How do you deal with a natural disaster of this size? Where do you start? That was how we felt on the first week after the earthquake. Our base is a safe 60 miles north from where the earthquake hit, so although we felt it, nothing was damaged. Truckloads of refugees started bussing in, looking for a place to stay in St. Mark. The only hospital in the city was overcrowded, and at their request we took in 79 patients and family members. The next month would be hectic in the stadium, as the injured were constantly cared for by the Haitian doctors. Meanwhile, a community down the road offered to us a public abandoned clinic to be used as a center for refugees. Over the following weeks, the community helped us restore it, while teams of people coming through help build windows, install electricity, and do whatever they can. 21 days later, the patients and doctors in the stadium moved in, and we started to call it the new Foundation's Clinic. We then turned the stadium into a refugee identification center, where thousands gathered, desperate for a card that would guarantee them aid. We were able to identify 12,000 people. The list was given to and approved by the UN, allowing these people food, jobs, and whatever the UN had to offer. We were the only ones in all of Haiti to identify victims. It is mentioned as one of the smartest moves in recovery, because today no one knows who is really a victim. One family was not even able to leave Haiti because all their documents were lost. They presented their card, and after a background check, were granted their visa. Now, with thousands of identifiable refugees, we could start helping them. Our pastors' network coordinated dozens of churches together in housing refugees with cards. The United Nations brought in tons of food to our campus that we then distributed out to the pastors. The pastors were constantly encouraged to maintain their integrity as they gave food out only to earthquake victims with cards. Several surprise background checks proved that they were honest. Over 10,000 people were fed through this program from February to March. We also helped clear through 88 trailers of aid, some of which we distributed in the stadium. As the months went by, we shifted from the emergent needs to long-term recovery. Esben Shades in Pennsylvania donated 200 tents for temporary housing. We knew from the beginning that tent communities were necessary, and several plans were drawn up. However, our goal was full long-term recovery, which meant much more than just meeting the current physical needs.
You know, it's a real challenge having all the human need, but the greater need is the spiritual and heart change that comes through knowing Jesus Christ, and I think that is so crucial right now.
As we built these tents, our goal was to create communities of light that would be a model for others and train up leaders in Christ. We first started at the newly restored clinic, building tents for the injured patients. Then we bought a property up in the northern countryside of Timonet, and we were given another piece of land to the south in Paris. We brought in 68 of the most needy families that had cards, and began for them the road to recovery. YWAM discipleship teams camped with the victims. Their goal was to supply jobs and implant strong, godly principles into the community.
We just them working alongside with them, moving rocks, trying to build a relationship. We giving the ladies jobs so that they can give us food so they can get back on their feet, and the men, they mixing concrete and building.
Many of the jobs in Timonet are part of Building Homes of Hope, a housing project we've been doing for the past couple of years. A Home of Hope is a simple duplex house with 2 rooms on each side. For $6,000, a team can pay for a Home of Hope, then fly down and help build it. Earthquake victims worked alongside the teams to help build what will one day be their home. In Paris, tin homes were donated and easily assembled on foundations. By August, 8 months after the earthquake, long-term recovery had ended for 38 families as they received the keys to their new home.
All right. Bon Dieu béni. Béni soit de Dieu.
Mais qui ça on a besoin dans vie? C'est la prière, travail et puis nous jeunes abri.
Construction still continues for the remaining families, but they are already confident that their new home and new life in Jesus is more than anything they could have found in Port-au-Prince.